Hello everyone, welcome into another video. And today I know I'm a little late on this, but I want to kind of talk about it here a bit. So Brooks Koepka was allowed back on the PGA Tour. So Brooks Koepka now is coming back to the PGA Tour now, and he'll be teeing off at the Farmers Insurance Open in a little over 2 weeks from now. So Brooks Koepka posted a statement on his X account. So that's what he said. So I want to thank my family and my team for their continued support throughout every step of my professional career. When I was a child, I always dreamed about competing on the PGA Tour, and I'm just as excited to announce that I am returning to the PGA Tour, being closer to home and spending more time with my family. And this opportunity is especially meaningful to me. I believe in where the PGA Tour is headed with new leadership and new investors and a quality program that gives players a meaningful um, ownership stake. I also understand there is financial penalties associated with this decision, and I accept those. Finally, I want to thank the fans. Thank the fans. Your support means more to me today than ever before, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Farmers Insurance Open and Waste Management Phoenix Open. So there you go. Brooks Koepka has now confirmed that he is coming back to the PGA Tour, and he'll be teeing off at the Farmers Insurance Open in just a little over 2 weeks. And also, he announced that he'll be teeing off at the Phoenix Open, which he is a previous champion there. So yeah, so Brooks Koepka is coming back onto the tour here, and I know there's gonna be mixed feelings with Brooks Koepka coming back. Some people don't. Some people think that he should not be back on the PGA Tour. Some people think that he deserves to come back to the PGA Tour, and there's some people out there calling Brooks Koepka a traitor because he lived live golf and he's joining the PGA Tour. And my thought is, I wish Brooks Koepka the best, man. I wish him the best. He's a great player. He's a five-time major champion. Um, I know Brooks Koepka. He didn't really give a shit about regular tour events. Um, but when it comes to the majors, man, he seems to be on his A game when it came to the majors when he was healthy. Back in like 2017 to 2019, he seems to dominate the majors and all that stuff. And I'm really interested to see how Brooks Koepka does coming back to the PGA Tour. I think he's gonna be more motivated than ever to come back. But I wish him the best. I believe. I just want what's best for the game of golf. I just want what's best for the game of golf. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to Brooks coming back to the PGA Tour, I think that he wanted to spend more time with his family. When it comes to live golf, you just have to travel around the world. And it could be challenging with some players just traveling around the world and stuff. You don't really spend too much time with your family. And when you play on the PGA Tour, you're pretty much playing in the States pretty much most of the time. So yeah, I wish him the best. I hope he does well on the PGA Tour. You know, it was his decision to come back to the PGA Tour. And I'm looking forward to seeing him tee off in a few weeks at the at the Farmers Insurance Open. And I think he's gonna be really motivated to come back. But yeah, I wish him the best. I hope he does well, and maybe he will. Who knows? Maybe he wins his first event back onto the PGA Tour. But yeah, man. I've seen some mixed reactions and stuff, but I've seen a lot of people kind of excited to have him back. I'm excited to see him again on the PGA Tour. And there's a few comments on there calling him a clown. He's a traitor because he live golf. You know, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, but like we'll see if other players come back. We'll see if Bryson, John Rahm, and Cam Smith, they're all eligible to come back to the PGA Tour. They have until February 2nd, I believe, to come back onto the PGA Tour. Bryson, I don't think he's coming back. I feel he's happy with Live Golf. I like Bryson. He's a fun player to watch. I do respect Bryson. John Rahm, I mean, I don't think he's coming back. Who knows? Cameron Smith, maybe. Cameron Smith not been the ever since he joined Live, man, he's just not been the best. Um, but yeah, who knows if he comes back onto the PGA Tour? But yeah, to be eligible to come back, you have to won a major from 2022 to 2025 and a player champion. But yeah, a lot of people are excited, and like I'm excited to see him back. But yeah, we'll see if other players come back to the PGA Tour. And obviously, the future for Live Golf is kind of in doubt right now. I'm not saying it's going to fold. It's too early to tell if Live is going to fold or not. I'm not saying it's going to, but we have to see. We have to kind of take it day by day, um, and see how this whole situation goes with other players if they want to come back to the PGA Tour. But we'll see what happens here going forward. But yeah, Brooks Koepka, he's now back on the PGA Tour. So what do you guys think? Do you like this decision? Do you think Brooks should never been allowed back to the PGA Tour, or do you think he's a traitor because he betrayed Live Golf? Yeah. So yeah, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.